I would now invite Dr. Tessie Thomas. She's the Director General of the Aeronautical Systems in DRDO. I'm sorry, we are giving you the session with slightly less time. Over to you.
Thank you. Very good morning to all. First of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to the organizers of GCTC for inviting me to address the Defense and Security Conference post-COVID-19. Today's theme being Make in India, Achieving Self-Reliance in Defense Sector, I would like to address the DRDO's role in achieving self-reliance and DRDO technologies in countering COVID-19. DRDO, with its mandate to develop defense systems for Indian Armed Forces, DRDO's effort for development of indigenous defense systems and technologies within the country has been remarkable. Already the earlier speaker, Mr. P.K. Mehta, has covered on the indigenization of land-based systems, and I would like to cover on the aerospace systems. The Indian aerospace sector has played a pivotal role in making India self-reliant in the field of advanced defense technologies, both in tactical and strategic missile systems, fighter aircrafts, and early warning and surveillance systems, air defense systems, giving a quantum jump in defense preparedness and capability. DRDO's focus was to put India on global map. To name a few technological breakthrough, DRDO has positioned the nation among the top few countries in the world with multi-level strategic capability with Agni series of missiles and underwater weapon systems. We have our own anti-ballistic missile programs, own main battle tank, electronic warfare, and multi-range radar systems. The fourth plus generation fighter aircraft, LCA and its variants. Airborne early warning and control systems, that the AWNC. These systems are, all of them are really force multipliers. Indigenous design and technology growth in these systems, platforms, sensors, weapons, control and command has been established as part of self-reliance and self-sufficiency. Coming to the tactical missiles, quick reaction interceptors like Akash, surface-to-air missiles to MR-SAM, QR-SAM, NAG and its variants, Pinaka rocket system and so on. We have BrahMos, a joint venture with Russia with multi-role capability, sea, land and air versions. Prithvi missiles with strike capabilities varying from 40 kilometers to 350 kilometers has been developed, both land and ship launch versions. India is the only country to demonstrate successful flight testing of ENDO as well as atmospheric interceptor with anti-ballistic missile strike capability with C4I command control communication and computer-based intelligence and the terminal guidance in its maiden flights. We were successful in our first attempt itself. On 27th March 2019, Mission Shakti, that's the ASAT mission, was successfully tested as a technology demonstrator to hit-to-kill capability with a new ballistic missile defense interceptor. With this technology, India is at par with the elite club of US, Russia, and China, where the similar anti-sat capabilities exist. With Agni, that is Agni 1 to Agni 5 systems, we have attained strike capabilities of 300 kilometers to 5,000 kilometers and an all-azimuth coverage of 360 degrees with highly mobile launch systems. High accuracy navigation and guidance systems, along with world-class mass fractions for rocket motors, have been achieved with composite rocket motor casing technologies for the new systems like Agni 4, Agni 5, and the latest Agni A1P, which was very recently launched. As far as the electronic warfare systems are concerned, we have developed surveillance and tracking radar systems with low-level target detections, ground control interceptions of targets, three-dimensional air surveillance tracking, marine radars, phased array radar for surface-to-air missiles, electronically scanned weapon locating radars, and multifunction fire control radars. Unmanned aerial vehicles, the capability has been established with short-range UAVs and medium-range long-endurance UAVs. This is one area the unmanned capability with advanced technologies are getting ready. In cruise missiles, BrahMos with supersonic capability and long-range subsonic with low-altitude cruise capability has been developed with Nirbhay class of systems. Hypersonic cruise technology has been demonstrated with the successful flight testing of HSTDV, that is the Hypersonic Technology Demonstration Vehicle with the scramjet engine. Coming to airborne early warning and control systems with detection, tracking, identification of friend or foe, and communication support measures, electronic support measures, and airborne active array radar systems for early warning, and establish the multi-sensor data fusion capability, all the operational requirements of the Indian Armed Forces are being achieved. When we look at the fighter aircraft, that is a light compact aircraft, LCA, Tejas and its variants, with an all-composite airframe, quad redundant digital fly-by-wire technology with single engine and advanced avionics, and the ECCM, that is the electronic counter measures being in place, armed with missiles, PGMs, rockets and bombs. This LCA fighter aircraft has gone into production by HAL. The advanced medium compact aircraft, the AMCA, with twin engine and better stealth capabilities are in the pipeline of configuration design. DRDO started industry involvement in early 80s, mostly under the build to print. But within 2 to 3 decades of nurturing and participation in DRDO projects, industries could get hands-on experience on defense production like design, simulation, prototype manufacturing, testing, quality control, performance evaluation, user trials, and the certification requirements for the military equipments. By involving the Indian industries from development stage itself, many of the private industries have moved up the value chain from build to print to build to specification to build to design and to build to requirements. Today, some of the industries are capable of being the lead system integrators and can manufacture technologically advanced products of world class. DRDO has made the country self-reliant in defense systems by indigenously developing cutting-edge technologies and systems. DRDO has played a major role in defense industrial growth. TOT, that is the transfer of technologies to potential Indian industries to undertake development and production. Till date, 1,297 licensing agreements for transfer of technologies have been signed with the industries, including the ordnance factories, defense PSUs, private industries, MSMEs, and startups for transfer of DRDO developed technologies. Out of this, around 190 of this licensing agreements, TOTs, have been signed with the industries for the transfer of COVID-related technologies within a period of the last 1 year.
पैसाबाजार.com पे मिलता है हर जरूरत के लिए लोन, 50+ लोन ऑप्शंस, लोएस्ट ईएमआईज, झट से अप्रूवल, फट से पैसे अकाउंट में। पैसाबाजार.com।
जब से योगी जी बने सीएम, अपना यूपी है नंबर 1। यूपी अब नहीं है किसी से कम, अपना यूपी है नंबर 1। बढ़ा रोजगार तो बढ़ी इनकम, निवेश हुआ यूपी में भारी भरकम। यूपी जैसा कहीं भी विकास हुआ ना, यूपी अब नहीं है किसी से कम। आ गया है अब राम राज्य यहाँ, मोदी जी का है मार्गदर्शन। डबल इंजन की सरकार में है दम, देश में लहराया यूपी का परचम। यूपी नंबर 1। जब से योगी जी बने सीएम, अपना यूपी है नंबर 1। यूपी अब नहीं है किसी से कम, अपना यूपी है नंबर 1। शौचालय, बिजली, गैस कनेक्शन, जरूरतमंद को घर मिला, मिली पेंशन। सरकारी नौकरी, गन्ना भुगतान, स्मार्ट सिटीज में पहला पायदान। मोदी जी का मिलता है मार्गदर्शन, डबल इंजन की सरकार में है दम। सेकंड लार्ज इकोनॉमी, डबल इनकम, जब से योगी जी बने सीएम। यूपी नंबर 1। जब से योगी जी बने सीएम, अपना यूपी है नंबर 1। यूपी अब नहीं है किसी से कम, अपना यूपी है नंबर 1। अपना यूपी है नंबर 1।
DRDO facilities and infrastructures were opened up for the industries, and today we have more than 1,800 industries working for various DRDO projects. DRDO is supporting industries with TOT, as I mentioned, and a technology development fund for startups and new design developments. DRDO has released a list of 108 defense systems and subsystems which will be manufactured by Indian industries. Government policy initiatives like Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat, Ministry of Defense has released a list of 101 systems which are barred from import and has to be produced indigenously, serving as the paucity list for the self-reliance. Aerospace and defense are the two core sectors that are crucial for strengthening the defense of the nation. Fast-paced technological changes are taking place in these fields, and both public and private sectors are making efforts for indigenous development of latest equipments and weapon systems. Honorable Prime Minister's call for self-reliance and Atmanirbhar Bharat aims to transform India into a global design and manufacturing hub. Manufacturing of military hardware is identified as one of the most important segments. The defense industrial corridors, that is the Tamil Nadu and the Uttar Pradesh, are expected to meet the requirements of Indian Armed Forces and create an ecosystem within the country for effective and indigenous defense production to reduce the dependence on foreign sources for our military hardware. Self-reliance in defense manufacturing is a crucial component of the effective defense capability and for achieving military supremacy. DRDO has achieved self-reliance in the areas of missiles, radars, sonars, torpedoes, armaments, early warning systems, and fighter aircrafts. And with these capabilities, a scientific ecosystem has been created in the defense sector. Today, our country is ready to take up newer technology developments indigenously to meet the requirements of armed forces through a strong industry participation. DRDO is partnering with many academic and research institutions, industry startups to work on advanced and futuristic technologies to transform Indian defense sector and make India parallel and above the world in technological achievements. DRDO has established self-reliance in its all clusters of activities like the missile and strategic systems, aeronautical systems, armaments, naval systems, electronics and communication systems, microelectronics and AI-based, artificial intelligence-based computer applications, and life sciences. So at this point, it's not worthy to say that DRDO's contributions towards COVID pandemic is immense. Spin-off technologies which could aid pilots, fighter pilots with a non-stop supply of oxygen on board, that is on-board oxygen generator systems for LCA Tejas aircraft was offered to hospitals to combat the coronavirus in patients with lower oxygen saturation levels. Medical oxygen plants were set up at high altitude and inaccessible remote areas and were also used for filling these oxygen cylinders in addition to the direct installations at the hospitals. These oxygen plants can generate up to 1,000 liters per minute, which can cater up to 190 patients and can charge up to 195 cylinders per day. DRDO had developed OxyCare units for soldiers posted at high altitude areas like Leh and Ladakh regions based on this their oxygen saturation levels. Ever since the break of coronavirus, the scientists of Life Science Cluster have been working on developing various health products like masks, sanitizers, PPE, and ventilators. To name a few, technologies involved like robotic trolley for delivery of medicines and food, keeping hospital staff at a safe distance. Automatic mist-based sanitizer dispensing unit, confined area disinfection devices, faster setting up of hospitals with 1,000-bed capacity at different cities. Then mobile laboratories were set up for collection of samples from patients and conducting the RT-PCR test. A DRDO developed biosuit to safeguard the doctors from COVID-19. An automated system was developed for decontamination of face masks based on the UV germicidal irradiations for killing the bacteria and the virus. And a crowd temperature monitoring system was developed on the infrared imaging techniques and algorithms for outdoor thermography, which were earlier used for missile applications. Advanced face detection techniques based on artificial neural networks were used over thermal images to thermally profile a large number of people. Persons showing more than a preset thermal value or threshold can be identified, recorded, and real-time inputs can be given to the medical authorities. AI-based intelligent COVID-19 detector technology for medical assistance that is using the chest X-rays, which can classify the images into normal, COVID-19 or pneumonia classes with very limited number of sample images were also were developed. Compared to these RT-PCR tests, which takes many hours, this X-ray based diagnostic tool can detect the infection at a very early stage with processing time coming to within a few seconds. Then the 2-DG sachets, that is the 2-deoxy D-glucose, which has 2 hydroxyl group replaced by this hydrogen, and 2-DGs is transported in the cells by glucose transporters on the cell membrane and cannot undergo further glycolysis and prevents this growth of tumor cells, viral infections and inflammation. So this was suggested for very critical people. This 2G medicine sachets were prescribed. DRDO has not only made the country self-reliant in the defense technologies, but also has raised to the occasion of country's need in the unprecedented situations of COVID-19. With more and more DRDO developed systems getting under acceptance, the capability to build complex indigenous systems and platforms have been established in the country. By participating in DRDO projects today, there are 700 plus Indian private sector industries all over India who are capable of manufacturing high-end technology systems, subsystems, and components in the field of missiles, avionics, electronic warfare, naval systems, combat vehicles, and the total aerospace. Strength respects strength, and the source of strength is science and technology. DRDO, with its innovative research in science and technology, drives the nation both during peace and war. DRDO has a firm determination to make the nation strong and self-reliant in science and technology. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Thomas, for this fantastic points where we see a lot of work being done, and certainly this is one aspect where we would be expecting DRDO, which has done a fantastic job not only just in the COVID times, but also, in my personal opinion, when we look at the current LAC situation with China, if there's one organization which has created the maximum deterrence in terms of weapons and testing fire, extending ranges, is the DRDO.